poster from San Francisco, you always know that's what it is.
All right, let's go see some. Very cool shop. Harry, what is going on with these posters? They are amazing.
This was a time of mind expansion, mind-expanding culture, music, and mind-expanding art. And it was a way for them not only to shake up the music scene, but to shake up the art scene, too. And they only really wanted to communicate to their own culture, to their generation, to a community that they would be able to attract to these concerts.
Are there certain artists that we should look for with these posters, more desirable?
Most people are seeking the big five. Rick Griffin for his really fine detail, Wes Wilson because he created new type styles that evoked psychedelia, Alton Kelly came from a photographic background, and Stanley Mouse was a great cartoonist. He did like rat fakes. And of course, Victor Moscoso, who merged colors and psychedelic patterns that were really stunning and vibrating.
You have three posters here that look exactly the same to me. Jimi Hendrix, and they're done by one of the great artists.
Rick Griffin.
But there's big difference in value.
Yes, this one over here on this side is available currently, and you could probably pick these up for $20 to $30.
What is it?
It's a reproduction bootleg copy of this Flying Eyeball concert poster. You know, it's very common. You could find them very inexpensively. How do you tell the difference?
Yep.
Well, this bootlegger was foolish. He actually left thumbprints on the printing plate, and those actually show up. Now, this second printing would sell for somewhere between $500 and $1,000, depending on condition.
And how do I know this isn't a cheap repro?
Well, that's really hard, unless you really know what the colors are, because as we get right over here to the one that looks exactly like it, and sometimes I can't even tell, but I've been told there's tricks, and always buy from somebody who knows. This is an original. And this poster sells for $5,000.
Yes.
Now, let me just say that this one, in this condition, it has thumbtack holes where somebody loved it, put it on their wall, and that lowers the value by $1,000, 20%. So this $5,000 poster is now only worth $4,000 because somebody loved it so much.
Now, how do we know this is the real deal?
This is the real deal because right down here in the corner where the copyright is, you can see that the Bill Graham 105 is right into the word tickets. On this one, you can actually see that the 105 doesn't go into there. Every poster and every printer had subtle additions and deletions, and only an expert would know those subtle differences.
So you really need to deal with somebody if you're going to spend a lot of money on this stuff.
Right.
This psychedelic stuff is starting to get to me because I feel like you've worn about 3 different shirts.
Well, welcome to Haight-Ashbury.
I found this at a church rummage sale about 8 to 10 years ago and really loved it, and I've never found anything suitable in my eyes to put in it. I thought it was just beautiful the way it was.
Why anybody would buy a frame that's got such a busy design on it like that?
Because it's Egyptian and it's the 20s and it's...
Of concert posters that you didn't even see at the shop. Here we have the very first Family Dog poster signed by Chet Helms himself. This one is from KQED with the Grateful Dead and Andy Warhol, and this one over here is the acid test graduation just before they made LSD illegal. This entire collection would sell for about $20,000.
Really? Wow, that really shocks me. For just loving the bands and going to the concerts, that really is a surprise.